Edifice consulting engineers were contracted to design the boundary wall around the sports facility. The wall is constructed from concrete blocks and reinforced with concrete fill and reinforcement bars.
The project is located at Mbekweni Sports Facility along Booking Street in Paarl. The site is surrounded by community houses and the senior secondary school. The site is also accessible via Junkie Street. The project consists of the upgrading of the sport facility, including the construction of a new multi-purpose ablution facility, ticket offices, the perimeter boundary wall.
The bill we received details how they measured the boundary wall works. In the bill, we can see the structure of the elements in the trade are measured in the order formwork, concrete, and reinforcement. Starting with formwork. Formwork is only required for the strip footings of the wall. SANS10120 G requires engineers to state the angle of installing formwork. It requires one to state whether it is vertical, battered, sloping, or horizontal. In this case, it is vertical, and the civil engineer did not mention this. SANS measures formwork in meters squared, whereas the civil engineer measured it in number. This is ambiguous and makes other professionals raise questions of how much formwork is actually needed, as the size is not mentioned. In the description, the referencing refers to drawings but does not specify which exact drawing, making it difficult for one to find.
Next, we'll be discussing concrete. The civil engineer arranges his concrete descriptions with the strongest concrete of 25 MPa first, whereas SANS orders it from the weakest to the strongest MPa of concrete. Concrete is measured in meters cubed as stipulated by SANS. Reinforcement. According to the SANS, a basic price for the reinforcement is supposed to be stated, but the civil engineer omitted this from his bill. SANS arranges their reinforcement with the smallest diameter bars first, but the engineer arranged his with the largest diameter first, being the Y12 reinforcement bars.
Joints. The joints measured follow SANS by measuring them in meters, but the civil engineer does not state the type of joints used.
Building works. There are no building works in the SANS documentation, and therefore there is no comparison of it. We could not understand why building works were included, therefore we contacted the engineer. He advised us that the abbreviation PS stands for project specifications and therefore will not be the same as the SANS documents. Tender documents were given to us, and the PSG items were specified in detail in the scope of works and therefore were included in the bill. Finishes. According to SANS, the finishes were supposed to be measured under the heading Unformed Surface Finish. The subheading in this case would be the type of finish, which is bagged, followed by the description outside wall. The civil engineer measured the bagging in meters squared as stipulated in SANS.
In conclusion, majority of the works adhered to the SANS10120 G. Where differences were found, clarification was provided by the engineer and supported by the tender documentation we received. We understand that the bill was short and concise, but we believe it has dealt with all the aspects we required. Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoyed.